Hello my friends, how are you today? Welcome to another video here in the Finance Hydra channel. My name is Nathan and today is Monday, and as usual on Mondays I will share with you guys my own thoughts and insights about the stock market. We are going to talk about the indices, the S&P, the Nasdaq, the Dow Jones, individual stocks. I am going to give a special attention to the EV stocks like Tesla and NIO because they are kind of dropping right now, so it is important to share my insights with you today. And if you are already my subscriber, remember, click on the like button, my friend. This way you support me and you know that I'm not going to disappoint you in this video. Seriously, when did I ever disappoint you? So you know that you can safely click on the like button, and if you are not my subscriber yet, consider subscribing. I'm not asking, I'm just saying that probably you are going to enjoy our content. So let's talk about the market right now. We see the Dow Jones going up. It's the only index in the US that is going up right now. The S&P, the Nasdaq, they're all dropping. However, we can see a similar movement. November 8 was Dow Jones top. November 5 was S&P and the Nasdaq stop. Since then, they dropped it. They did a pullback over here. Now they are trying to recover. The S&P is already in a bull trend in the 1 hour chart. How so? Because it's doing higher highs, higher lows. That's a classic trait of a bull trend in the 1 hour chart. What's more, we are above the 21 EMA. So, okay, the EMA is working as a support right now. So far, so good. It's a bull trend. In the daily chart, it's also a bull trend. But I agree that we are quite far from the 21 EMA. So it feels like the S&P, the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, they all deserve a sharper pullback. We don't know if they are going to retest the EMA by actually dropping, or if the indices are going to move sideways until the 21 EMA catches up with the price. That's the difference between price correction and time correction. Time correction, sideways movement, the EMA catches up with the price. Price correction, we see it actually dropping to the 21 EMA. Right now, it's too soon to assume anything over here, but I agree, in the 1 hour chart, it is a bull trend. On the S&P, even the Nasdaq, which is at the EMA right now, it's reacting nicely. The Dow Jones is above the EMA as well, so it feels like it's starting to engage a bullish momentum right now. But what is more important for us to note over here is that all indices dropped last week, and this made several stocks to drop. Of course, they all had their own individual catalysts, but okay, let's talk about Palantir, for instance. Palantir dropped so sharply, right? So sharply. Okay, but how much of this can we say it was thanks to earnings and thanks to the overall drop on the stock market? So of course it dropped that sharply. What's important right now is that Palantir found a support level around the $22, and right now it's starting to react along with the overall market. If by any means the Nasdaq finds a support level at the EMA in the next few days or weeks, probably Palantir is going to find the $22 as a true support level. It's going to hold over here before it can go up again to the $29, which I do believe it's going to hit there. All right, I firmly believe it's going to hit there in the future. And if you look at many individual stocks, see Facebook, November 5, drop it. Apple, drop it. I think Amazon is the only one that, yes, it's the only one that is not dropping. It's kind of moving sideways erratically. Netflix also find a top over here. Google found a top over here. So guys, naturally, many stocks like Palantir, like Tesla are going to drop. All right, I see people very concerned with Palantir, with Tesla. Guys, it's just a systemic drop. Or of course, Tesla has its own catalyst as well. Elon Musk is selling Tesla's shares. However, how much of this can we actually say, okay, it's only because of Elon Musk? The overall market also dropped, so naturally Tesla did the most obvious thing. It did a pullback to the 21 EMA area over here. I like to tell you guys that the 21 EMA is more like an area than a precise support level, considering that Tesla is a very volatile one. Alright, it's not going to respect the EMA that much, but right now we are trading, we are dancing around the EMA, right? We went below it, above it, below it again. Right now it's quite hard to tell what's going on with Tesla, but I can tell you guys, since we don't see any reversal sign, bullish reversal sign in the 1 hour chart, the odds are that it's going to keep pushing down. However, we have a gap over here, $910. That's a very nice support level for Tesla. Why? Because it is the gap area in the 1 hour chart, also seen in the daily chart over here, and it's very close to the $900 support, which was 2021 top on January over here. Remember, this is the principle of polarity in technical analysis that I always like to tell you guys. Past support or resistances are going to work as resistances or supports in the futures. In the future, I'm so sorry, in singular. Here we had a top level. Right now it's supposed to work as a support level in the future. What's more, in the weekly chart, the trend is clearly bullish. It's clearly bullish. We are way above the EMA, and it seems we are just doing a pullback right now. We are still above the 50% retracement, which might be a support level for us, but I think the $900 area is a more meaningful support level because, again, near to the gap, previous top level, and it's quite close to the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement in the weekly chart. Probably the 21 EMA is going to be around this price level in the future. So this, my friends, anything around this yellow rectangle might work as a very nice support for Tesla, and I think, in my humble opinion, as a person, as a trader, as an investor, any bullish reaction around here might be an opportunity to buy. And here's gonna be a very nice opportunity to buy. Alright, that's the most interesting point to buy ever, near support levels. Never buy near possible top levels. I have seen people saying that they bought at $1,200 over here. Guys, that's crazy. Always buy near support levels. If you want to buy near the EMA in the daily chart, alright, I'm not gonna judge you, but please don't buy over here, okay? That's crazy. If you see a pullback in your face, you can't complain. I know Tesla is still bullish, alright? We are still in a bull trend in the long term. But let's try to buy near this yellow area over here rather than possible top levels. What's more, I think it's very good that Tesla has a gap over here. I do believe this gap is going to be filled. I just don't know when. Alright, last gap I told was going to be filled was this gap, I believe, right? April 23. It took several months to fill this gap. So I don't know when, but I do believe it's going to fill this gap over here. Maybe it's gonna fill this gap down here first, but the situation seems to be quite under control on Tesla. I think that's expected, and it's gonna be very good to see a pullback to this yellow area again. If you look at NIO, dropping 5%, NIO is not bearish even in the daily chart. Unlike Tesla, which is below the EMA is trying to point downwards over here. NIO is not. NIO, it's still slightly under the EMA, but see, the EMA is still pointing up. It's still doing higher highs, higher lows, while Tesla is doing a lower high and a lower low in the daily chart, indicating that this might be indeed a pullback to the support level. We mentioned it, but NIO is quite resilient. I like how NIO is behaving. I agree that Once we get closer to this purple line over here, we might see a sharper pullback again. But right now, I think the situation is still under control on you. It's still a bullish trend in the daily chart, even in the 1 hour chart, okay? So I see no reason to panic. And lucid, or lucid, I don't know how to pronounce it. Lucid is clearly, okay, here the momentum is clearly bullish. Here, since October 15, in October 15 was at $22. Right now is at $44. So it is a 2x stock in 1 month. That's crazy. Again, just like I saw people buying Tesla over here, do you think now is the time to buy Lucid? In my humble opinion, it's not. Always try to buy near support levels, especially if we see bullish structure, like it did over here. Okay, here was a very nice bullish structure. It did a bullish pivot point, a lower low followed by, a higher low followed by a higher high, by the breakout of this black line over here. Okay, see, higher low, then higher high. That's a pivot point, which was defeated over here, and then, okay, the movement was clearly bullish. Of course, I was not expecting it was going to double, but still, this is an acceptable trade. Now, buying over here, it's not acceptable at all, because if you see a pullback like Tesla did, you can't complain. If it keeps going up, all right, good for you. But in my humble opinion, I always like to buy when the risk-reward ratio makes sense. All right, so my friends, please, let's be careful with this market over here, and always buy near support levels. Maybe Tesla is going to be a very nice buy. Even if Tesla reacts in the daily chart, I think it's gonna be a buy, an easy buy, to be honest with you guys. But I rather prefer to see it dropping to this yellowish area over here in the weekly chart, doing a longer pullback, but making Tesla more reasonable to trade, because over here the risk reward ratio is going to make sense again. If you buy at a top level, what's your risk reward ratio? I mean, how much do you expect to gain, and how much are you willing to lose? Where is going to be your stop loss? So it's very unwise to trade, to buy when we are far from the 21 EMA, when we are doing possible top levels. That's not the best place to buy. Let's try to buy over here, okay? Here Tesla is starting to get interesting again. So I think it's going to give us another opportunity soon. I wish all the best to you guys. And are you still watching this and you didn't click on the like button, you didn't click on the subscribe button? What the hell are you doing? Probably you liked the content, right? Probably. So please, my friends, I think it's about time for you to join the community. Thank you very much. See you guys on Friday on our next video here in the Finance Hydra channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Stay safe. Farewell.